Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Twitch Wrestling Federation TWF Week 4. We've got a packed card for you here tonight. We have got 2 women's 4-way dance matches, and the winners of those dances will go through to the women's 5-way dance match, Crowning Glory, the winner of which will become the women's champion, the first ever TWF women's champion, no less. And other matches on the card, we are going to see the 4 quarterfinals for the men's championship tournament. So the winners will go through to the Crowning Glory semi-finals tomorrow night. It's going to be a packed show. Let's get this started with the first match. The first match, we see Apollo Crews take on Jeff Jarrett. This is the first quarterfinal matchup that we've got on our road to Crowning Glory. Let's get this match started. And here comes Apollo Crews to the ring. Apollo did well to beat Tito Santana to get here to this quarterfinal to face Jeff Jarrett. And Jeff Jarrett fought off Viscera in the first round. Both men appeared on the same week. It was week number 2 that we saw these 2 athletes fight. And now we get to see them face off against each other. And Apollo going for a very early pin. Nice arm drag from JJ. Oh, and a wasted drop kick from Apollo Crews there. Bit of a big move for early on, if you ask me. JJ whips to the ropes, but missed out on the splash there. Oh, and that's a nice headlock takedown from JJ. And that's a lovely hammerlock from Apollo. And Apollo reverses the first suplex there. Oh, but he couldn't reverse that one. Some lovely little jabs there from Double J. Oh, that was a dirty move from Jeff Jarrett there. The old boot across the face. Oh, and that's a lovely, lovely flip there from Apollo. These 2 quite well matched, actually. This could be a good match, but they seem to be having difficulty connecting their moves at present. Another hammerlock from Apollo. And a swinging neckbreaker from Jarrett. He goes for the pin, but he doesn't even get a one count. And Apollo with a hard scoop slam goes for the leg cover. Hook the leg. And a bit of back and forth with Jeff Jarrett coming out on top. Oh, and that's a strong clothesline from Jeff Jarrett. He sends Apollo to the corner. And that's a hard scoop slam from Double J. And a hard punch from Apollo. Oh, and another hard punch. knocks JJ to the floor. Oh, Jeff couldn't get that suplex, but he did connect with that low blow. Single leg Boston Crab now. And Apollo with another flip pin. And he only gets the 1 count. Again, he's trying for that enziguri, but it's not connecting. Headlock takedown from Jarrett. And Apollo with the hammerlock. Very, very evenly paced at the minute. Jarrett going for the cover, but there was a rope break. Swinging neck breaker from Apollo Crews to get back in it, and another backflip. A standing moonsault. A lovely little move. Oh, and that's a dirty little low blow from Apollo this time. Jeff Jarrett holding on to Apollo to keep control of the match right now. As he sends Apollo to the ropes. With a reverse elbow. And Apollo whips JJ into the corner, but JJ manages to hit that suplex onto Apollo, which sends him outside. Oh, that's a lovely little power driver there. We saw that last time in the Tito Santana match. That's what got him the win. Another moonsault. And just a 2 count. Jeff was able to kick out, but he goes for a pin. And again, Apollo kicks out after 2. Very evenly matched. And I thought there was a Russian side sweep then, but it turned into a front face lock. Jeff going for another pin, but only gets 2 count. This could be anyone's match so far. I think all it takes is a quick little move. Oh, but the submission is applied. Apollo has the submission locked in on JJ, but he didn't tap. That's a lovely spine buster from Jeff Jarrett. And a drop kick. Sends Apollo to the corner. And just punching the body of Apollo Crews there. Jeff Jarrett calling for the finish. Can he put Apollo away? Oh, and it's another front face slam again. Wow. Milliseconds away from the 3 count. And that swing neck breaker just buys a bit of time for Apollo Crews. And he's got that twirly pile driver. And from the top rope a moonsault. But it was too close to the ropes. Jeff Jarrett says it's going to end again. Swinging net breaker from Double J. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2. And no. Still no 3 count. Apollo staying in this match by the skin of his teeth. Double J is up top. And he hits the splash. Oh, wow. 3 times now I thought Jeff Jarrett would finish this match on top. And again with that spine buster. Jeff Jarrett with a strong lariat this time. And he goes for the figure 4. Jeff Jarrett has the figure 4 locked in on Apollo Crews. And a rib breaker from Apollo Crews to get back into the match. And a moonsault, but it's still too close to the ropes. Jeff Jarrett was able to get to the ropes to break the count. Looks like a Blue Thunder Bomb. And a 2.9 from Apollo Crews there. This match is incredible. I get the feeling that anyone could take it right now. Headbutts from Jarrett. And he locks in the figure 4 submission hold. Will Apollo get to the ropes? Yes, he does. Managed to break the hold. Of course, we saw Viscera tap out to the figure 4 leg lock in the first round match. And Apollo Crews with the military press slam. Fantastic show of strength from Apollo Crews right there. And he's got the Boston Crab locked in. But no, Jeff was able to come out of that move. We are 17 minutes. Whoa, that was a big move right there. And yes, Apollo goes through. Apollo has won from the knockout, from that massive power bomb. I believe that was a Blue Thunder bomb. Let's just get confirmation of that. Yes, it was a knockout. Doesn't tell you the move. 100% match rating for that match. And Apollo Crews wins with the knockout. With just under 3 minutes left on the clock. Wow. That was a fantastic start to week 4. I have to say, there were times in that match where I thought we would see Jeff Jarrett take the win. But now it is time for a completely different matchup. We've got another quarter-final. This time we are going to see Daniel Bryan returning from the first week, about a month ago now, since we last saw him. And he's going to take on Terry Funk. We're all set for the next quarter-final matchup. Let's get this match started. Daniel Bryan coming to the ring. Daniel Bryan, of course, beating off the model Rick Martel in his first round match. Had to leave him to say that. And here comes Terry Funk, the hardcore legend. He beat Eric Young in his first round match. To make it here, he hit the Texas jab to win the match. But now he's up against the American Dragon. Let's see if he can survive the Texas jab. Got a test of strength early on in the match. Okay. Bit of back and forth from each other, feeling each other out, but that was a big backdrop to Bryan from Funk. And a hard scoop slam. And Funk mounts Bryan already. Funk just bringing the pain immediately to Bryan. It's a lovely takedown there, snap bear. And Funk just throws Bryan to the outside. I think he wanted to do some work on the outside, but Bryan was definitely not having any of that. Another snapmare from Funk this time. And a solid punch from Funk. And Bryan returns one as a receipt. Bryan misses the dropkick there. And Funk reverses the suplex, which sends Bryan to the outside. Tell you what, we could be in for another 100% match right here. Bit of back and forth with the strikes, uppercuts, and the right hooks from Funk, which do take its toll on Funk, but Funk does get the better and upper hand of it. Bryan gets a snap suplex though on Terry Funk. He goes for a proper suplex this time. And Terry Funk brings in a chair from the Hardcore Legend. The referee was not liking the use of that chair. And we've got an atomic drop there from Terry Funk. You expect a move from a legend from the ring, such as Terry Funk. And that's a lovely suplex from Danny Bryan. And Terry Funk returns with another suplex of his own. Gut punch from Funk. And looks like a headlock, a takedown. Lovely. So, wrestling maneuver there from the American Dragon. Bryan goes for the pin, but doesn't get a single count there. And Danny Bryan with a suplex, sending Funk to the outside once again. Terry Funk with those hard headbutts. And we saw this move last time, that spinning toe grip. Danny Bryan with a suplex on Funk. Lovely reversal from Bryan to get out of that headlock with a backdrop. Oh, Funk just reversed that drop kick. He could have been on the end of that drop kick, which would have sent him further into the corner. And Bryan kicks out after the 2 count. And there were those Texas jabs again. That was the move that got Funk the win last time. He goes for the pin on Bryan. Bryan kicks out after 2. Bryan this time was able to connect that drop kick in the corner. And Danny Bryan with those strikes, those kicks there, the yes kicks. And a pulling pile driver to Bryan. Again, another old move from the veteran. Shoulder barge. And a headlock takedown from Bryan. A nice uppercut to send Funk to the floor. As we just about approach the halfway point of the match. Again, it could be anyone's game. Crossface from Danny Bryan. Funk was able to break the hold. Oh, and that was that shoulder breaker. We saw that last time as well. Danny Bryan with that snap suplex though to Terry Funk. And a hard scoop slam from Funk. And again with those twisting toe hold there. Spinning toe hold even is what I meant. Ooh, Bryan wanted to get that Shining Wizard, but he missed. Solid back and forth with the uppercuts and those left hooks of Funk. And that big kick from Bryan to send him, but the headbutt is returned from Funk. Look at this back and forth right now. Bryan goes for the pin. And Funk kicks out after 2. Bryan with a snap suplex. You know what? I can't even call this match. The action is just going from one side to another so quickly. Crossface from Bryan, but too close to the ropes. Ooh. Wow. Don't even know what that was right there. We've got a power driver. The American Dragon. What a kick. He goes for the pin. And he still cannot put Terry Funk away. Terry Funk with those hard headbutts though. And that spinning toe hold. Well, Bryan, he's in agony, but he managed to reverse it. Terry Funk shoulder barges Bryan out of the way. For me, I think Terry Funk might have the edge. Maybe it's because of his veteran ring ability. Oh, look, lovely knee to the gut there of Bryan. Whoa! DG just missed Bryan. Terry Funk just missed Bryan. He sprayed a mist on Bryan right there. Desperation move from Bryan. Just to stay in the match there. And another big kick to the head. He goes for the pin. And he still does not get the 3 count. Terry Funk is one tough SOB. He's got the crossface. Terry Funk is crawling towards the ropes and he was able to get the rope break. And that's a solid punch from Bryan as Bryan is going up top for the splash. And again, the crossface in the middle of the ring. Funk trying to get, and he was able to reverse it. Ooh. It's all going on in this match. Another solid Texas jab. Funk goes for the cover. Is he going to put Daniel Bryan away? No, Daniel Bryan kicks out. What a match we are watching right here in the second quarterfinal match. Oh, Funk just puts a stop to Bryan's motivation right there. As we are coming up now to the 18th minute. This match is almost over. Crossface, but Funk is right by the ropes. This may end up in a draw. What a match. Both men just completely out of it. Pile driver from Funk. And Funk just not able to get that cover on Bryan. Daniel Bryan with that big kick goes for the pin on Funk. 3. Daniel Bryan gets the 3 count on Terry Funk. He's able to put the hardcore legend away. Wow. What a match. I have to admit, look at that clock. 50 seconds left of the match, and that was another 100% match. Wow, these quarterfinals are really proving something, aren't they? All these people desperate to become the first ever men's TWF champion. I hope you've all got yourself a nice drink, as we have a women's 4-way dance right now, the first of 2 tonight. Let's get this match started. We've got Victoria versus Sasha Banks versus Sharmell Sullivan versus Taryn Terrell. Let's get this match started. And we're off. There is no time limit in this match because we do need a winner. Sasha Banks going for the early roll upon Victoria there, as Sharmell does a choke to Taryn Terrell. The winner of this match will go through to the 5-way battle royal, or the 5-way ladies dance rather, going up against like Tori Wilson, Ronda Rousey and Trish Stratus for a chance to win the women's championship belt. The first ever women's champion here on the line for someone to win right here. It could be one of these ladies in the ring right now. The thing about these dance matches, it's the first one to get either a pinfall, knockout or submission, and that means that 2 people might not necessarily be involved in that decision. It just takes 1 person to win the match for this match to be over. As Sharmell goes, Sharmell and Taryn there going for a double team. Oh, and that's a 3D from Taryn and Victoria this time. Seems there's quite a lot of unusual partnerships going on at the minute to get advantage. As Sasha just absolutely throwing punches at Sharmell Sullivan. And that was a lovely sit-down pin from Sharmell to Victoria. Another double team, this time on Taryn Terrell. And the Russian side sweep from Victoria. And the standing moonsault pin. And because of that pin, both pins at the same time, Sasha's pin was not recognised by the ref. The ref could not count them both. Victoria, though, coming close second time there on a pin against Sharmell. Sharmell doing a chokehold to Victoria, though. See, the question is, who is the more experienced in this match? I think the two favourites are either Sasha Banks or Victoria. But after last week showed, experience doesn't really mean a lot, as Tori Wilson came out on top in the last four-way dance. That was a lovely spear from Taryn Terrell. Sasha Banks with the cover, but only gets a 1 count. And Sasha Banks with a crossface, but no, nothing. And Victoria, whoa, some kind of spinning slam there. And another big move from Victoria there, standing moonsault. And Sharmell still kicks out at 2. As Sharmell hits a power driver. Oh, cutter from Taryn Terrell to Sharmell. And there's that chin lock. And a nice backbreaker from Victoria. As Taryn goes for a spear on Sasha Banks. I've got a feeling that this could be all over quite easily. Because after the amount of hard moves that have been thrown around so far. 3D. Oh, and that's a dirty move from Taryn Terrell there. And she locks in the sleeper hold, which Victoria promptly breaks. As Sasha Banks just strikes Victoria with those open-handed slaps. Frog splash, but it doesn't connect. That's a solid kick from Victoria to Sasha. She goes for the pin, but the rope break. Sasha managed to get to the ropes in time. And in the other corner, we'll see Sharmell with a chokehold on Taryn. And that pile driver again. And a solid lariat from Sharmell. That's a fabulous reversal there from Terrell. As Sasha went for a pin on Victoria and gets a 2 count. We're only 10 minutes into the match. As Victoria sends Sasha to the corner and gets that gut crusher. Standing moonsault on Terrell. But they were both there to break that pin up. And it looks like Sharmell is actually suffering quite heavily now. As Sasha Banks walks along the top rope there. That lovely little uppercut. And everyone was down there for a second apart from Victoria. As Sharmell. Wow, what a move from Sharmell. I think that was a move in desperation, in all honesty. But that was a big move to pull out there on Victoria. As Victoria goes for that. Wow. Big move on Sasha Banks. Bulldog from Terrell. And do we get to see the double suplex? Yes, on Sharmell Sullivan. And a cutter on Victoria. Sasha Banks just drives Terrell's head into that turnbuckle though. She sets her up for a superplex. No, it's a Hurricane Rana. A Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Fabulous little move there. I think all the women right now in this match are starting to feel the pain. Spear from Terrell to Banks, as Terrell just stomps a mud hole in Sharmell. Banks goes for the pin. Banks gets the pin on Sharmell Sullivan. The Hurricane Rana pin. That was quite a quick match, as Banks goes through. So we have Sasha Banks joining the women's 5-way dance for the women's championship title. She will join Trish Stratus, Ronda Rousey and Tori Wilson. A match evaluation of 98% with that Frankensteiner pin. That was a bloody good match. A very good match. And we are already halfway through this go home show now. We need to set up another singles quarterfinal match now. This next quarterfinal match will pitch Baron Corbin, and he will go up against Superfly Jimmy Snuka. This could be an interesting match. Will we get another 100% rating out of this one? I'm not so sure if you ask me. Let's get this match underway. And here is Baron Corbin. We've not seen Baron Corbin since week 1. And of course he took out Hornswoggle to get through the first round to get to this stage. And Superfly Jimmy Snuka coming to the ring now. He of course took out Vader in his first round matchup to get to this stage. And the third quarterfinal match is underway. We have another veteran high flyer in the form of Superfly Jimmy Snuka against some new fresh talent in the form of Baron Corbin. And Corbin with that hammerlock in these early stages of the match. If you ask me, Hornswoggle really did push Baron Corbin to his limits in the last match that they had together. And Corbin tried for a pin, but it was far too early in the match. He didn't even get a single count. As Jimmy Snuka goes for the ankle lock on Corbin. So as I was saying, Corbin goes up for the small package and gets a 1 count on Superfly. But yes, last time Hornswoggle was very close to causing an upset with Baron Corbin. I wonder if Superfly saw that match and was able to take note. Obviously Superfly is not as big as Baron Corbin either. But he could be just as powerful. He's definitely more knowledgeable with the whole veteran status. As Corbin and Snuka go blow for each other. And Snuka comes out on top. He goes to the top rope. And diving punch there to Baron Corbin. Oh, and Snuka missed that big move, but he gets the splash. Still early on though, he could not get anything more. Wow, that was a lovely lariat from Baron Corbin. And those solid punches to the torso of Superfly as Baron Corbin goes up top with that diving punch, but he couldn't connect. And Superfly takes advantage of this with that ankle lock, but Corbin kicks out of it. And Corbin with that hammerlock. Of course, Jimmy Snuka is much more of a high flyer. We've seen him go up top. He's going up top again. And that diving punch connects. And again, Snuka with the scoop slam going up top. And another diving punch to Corbin. Corbin with the knee rake, possibly out of desperation at this current stage in the match, as a diving headbutt from Jimmy Snuka connects with the head of Corbin. Oh, but that was a lovely stun gun from Corbin to Superfly to get back into the match. And Corbin goes for the small package. He gets a 2 count, but Superfly kicks out. And Superfly with that running knee drop. And a Samoan drop. Corbin running to the ropes. And a lovely little shoulder barge from the former NFL player. Nice backdrop. And a snapmare from Snuka. And Corbin with that big bomb that took out Hornswoggle last time, but Snuka kicks out at 2. Deep six, big move. As Superfly with that front face slam. Just as Corbin was getting some momentum, Superfly hits that big slam. And there's that choke slam again. And still Snuka kicks out at 2. Superfly with a frog splash. But Corbin managed to get a rope break. He was too close to the ropes. Corbin is in a bad position right now. And he's even a worse position now. Oh, but he was able to reverse that. A diving punch from Corbin to Superfly. He needed that move just to get himself a bit of a respite. Samoan drop from Superfly. Superfly running off the ropes with that splash. He goes for the pin. And he gets the pin. Superfly takes out Baron Corbin. Wow, some incredible moves there, some big hit moves. And only 89%, so not quite enough, but the flying body attack was enough to get the win for Superfly Jimmy Snuka. So far in the men's semi-finals for the men's championship, we will have Apollo Crews, Daniel Bryan and Superfly Jimmy Snuka. There is just one name to add to that list now. However, first we need to see another women's 4-way dance, and this time we will see Becky Lynch. We will also see Emma, Eve Torres and Joy Giovanni. Let's get this match sorted. And let's get this match started even. And here we are, the final four. There's a lot of stake in this match now. Obviously, we saw earlier on, we saw Sasha Banks go through, joining Trish Stratus, Ronda Rousey and Tori Wilson to that women's championship match. And one of these women will go through to join them as well. Now the good money is on either Becky Lynch or Emma, but as I said last time, all it takes is one woman to win a pinfall, submission or a knockout, which means that two people may not be involved in the decision. Still early on in the match now. Nice little arm drag from Emma to Eve there. As Becky Lynch goes for Joy Giovanni. And another arm drag from Emma as she runs off the ropes with that running drop kick there. Oh, but Eve replies with a big forearm strike. A bit of to and fro from Emma and Eve Torres. Eve Torres comes out on top on that one. As Becky and Joy this time have a bit of a to and fro. Who comes out? And Becky comes out easily on this one. As Joy does a bit of ground and pound on top of Emma. And Becky Lynch is stomping a mud hole in Eve Torres right now. And Eve replying with several fists to the face of Becky Lynch. Emma with a nice suplex onto Joy. And there's Eve with those forearm strikes on Becky Lynch again. And that hair drag from Eve. The classic diva move right there. As Becky Lynch goes for a roll up on Emma, but only gets a 1 count. Lovely DDT from Emma to Eve Torres as Joy Giovanni goes for the pin, but only gets the 1 count. See, that's what I mean right now. All it takes is one person to take advantage of the situation to get the decision. And a nice double team there from Eve and Emma. And another one. Another double drop kick to Becky Lynch. Nice jumping hammer blow there from Emma as she gets that submission locked in. And Becky this time has a rear naked chokehold put on her by Eve. And Joy seems to be rather safe on the outside, just letting the others really go for it. I think Joy is trying to really take advantage of whenever someone goes down so that she can go for the pin. But Becky Lynch gives her a swift kick to the gut there. Emma jumping off the top rope. Splash. Very close to putting away Becky Lynch right there. Causing a bit of an upset, if you ask me. I think the safe money is on Becky going through in this one, but Emma may just cause an upset in this match. Solid backdrop from Emma to Becky, as she goes up top with that splash again, goes for the pin, but Becky got to the ropes. And Becky with that German suplex pin, which was broken up instantly. Emma's going up top again for that splash on Becky, which connected. And again. And another splash, as Joy is doing some dirty tactics on Eve right now. Oh, and we've got a double. Wow, what a move. We saw a double German suplex from Eve, Becky to Emma. What a match. As Emma and Becky Emma and Becky really taking it out on Emma at the minute. Solid lariat. And another one to Joy. Becky Lynch is down. As Emma's going up top once again with that splash on Eve, but not able to get the pin. Emma with the splash on Becky, but still too close to the ropes. Why do I have the feeling that this match could go either Joy or Eve's way right now? Because Emma and Becky seem to be going hammer and tongue at each other. They may completely ignore the other two in the ring. Emma once more with that top rope splash. The amount of time she's hit that on Becky Lynch in this matchup. Spinning neckbreaker from Eve though. As Eve goes for a pin on Emma. She gets 1 and 2. Oh, wow. Eve was very close to going through to the next round. Very close to going through to that championship match right there. 2.9. And Becky goes for the pin on Eve Torres, but only gets a 2 count. I think Becky has finally started to get involved in this match and start delivering some blows now. As Emma goes for that running powerbomb, but Eve was able to get the ropes. And we've got Becky with that submission on Joy. Eve was able to take it and to break up that though. Becky Lynch going up top against Eve Torres with that drop kick, that missile drop kick. And that was a Bexploder, I believe. On Eve Torres. And a German suplex pin. Becky Lynch pins Eve Torres with that German suplex pin to go through to the Women's Championship match. Wow. I genuinely thought Emma might actually put her away at one point. 92% match evaluation. What a match. I think right now though there is one match to go, so let's take a bit of a break. Welcome back to the main event of TWF Week 4, the Twitch Wrestling Federation. This brings to you Bray Wyatt against Goldberg in the final quarter-final to decide who goes through to the next stage of the Men's Championship tournament. Let's get this match started. And here comes Bray Wyatt to the ring. Bray Wyatt taking out Paul Orndorff in the last match there. Is he able to do the same against Goldberg? This could be seen as a bit of a rematch from the real life match earlier this year, as they face each other in Saudi Arabia for the Universal title. Here's Goldberg, who took out Doink the Clown last week. Both of these men know what's at stake right now. As Goldberg goes in for a submission maneuver early on, sending Bray Wyatt to the corner. Both of these men have been champions before in the WWF and even in WCW for Goldberg, but they have never been champions in TWF, the Twitch Wrestling Federation. Both still feeling each other out. No one really in command at this point in the game, as a Boston Crab was put on Goldberg by Bray Wyatt. And Goldberg with that scoop slam. The action is very much to and fro right now, and again we see a single leg submission maneuver from Goldberg. High rake from Bray Wyatt, and another one for the other eye. And that was a tackle from Goldberg. As Goldberg again with that leg submission. And that's a lovely running shoulder breaker from Goldberg to Bray Wyatt as he goes in for the pin, and he only gets the 1 count. Then Goldberg tried to get the spear in, but Bray knew too well what Goldberg was after. And a pump handle drop from Goldberg, which rocked Bray Wyatt. And Goldberg, oh, the tackle again. I thought he was going to go for a spear. Goldberg says Bray to the ropes, and again another shoulder tackle. As Bray Wyatt locks in the accolade again. Goldberg, jackhammer, goes for the pin on Bray Wyatt, gets the 1, 2, and so close, inches away from the 3 count on Bray Wyatt. Goldberg nearly had this match all set and sealed in 6 minutes. Bray Wyatt now coming back. I think he knows how close he was to losing. Tries to get a pin on Goldberg, but only gets a 1 count as he sends Bray Wyatt to the corner. And Goldberg reversed that suplex to one of his own, sending Bray to the outside. Spear! We saw a spear from Bray Wyatt to Goldberg. And Bray Wyatt on the outside with that Boston Crab on Goldberg. And a DDT from Bray Wyatt to Goldberg. Bray Wyatt with that barbed wire baseball bat now though. And a chair. Oh, and he uses it on Goldberg. Why didn't the referee see that? And a snap suplex from Bray to Goldberg. Now this is very clever going actually, because Bray knows that Goldberg can only win inside the ring right now. And the referee looks like he's actually frozen. Is the referee frozen? Has the referee glitched? No, he's alive. He's alive. Move desperation for Bray Wyatt as he's really feeling the hurt now. As Goldberg has that spinning neckbreaker. We're halfway through the time allotment for the match. Spear from Goldberg to Bray Wyatt. That double axe handle to the back of Bray Wyatt from Goldberg. And Goldberg locks in that single leg submission again. Sister Abigail from Bray Wyatt's Goldberg. Could this put him away for the match? But no, Goldberg was too close to the ropes. And a tackle from Goldberg to Bray Wyatt. I thought we were going to see a spear again. And another swinging neckbreaker. Oh, and a low blow from Bray Wyatt to Goldberg. And an atomic drop. And a running senton from Bray. Goldberg's back on top now. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely little punch. It's Bray Wyatt on top with a diving knee to the body of Goldberg. And a senton again. Double underhook suplex. Bray Wyatt going up top again with that diving knee. Goldberg, and look at that uppercut once more, sending Goldberg to the ground. Bray Wyatt going up top. Diving knee again on Goldberg. He still didn't try for the cover though, as Goldberg goes for that running shoulder breaker. And still the shoulder tackle from Goldberg to Bray. And a pump handle drop. Oh, Goldberg tried for the spear, but Bray knew exactly where he was going. And a low blow. Wow, what a match we are seeing right now. Bray Wyatt might actually have Goldberg's number. As Goldberg's running to the ropes and he hits a splash on to Goldberg. Goldberg with that running power slam. We've got 4.5 minutes left of this match. Spear from Goldberg. But Bray was able just to reverse it with a punch there. Sister Abigail. Can he get the pin? He gets the pin on Goldberg. 1, 2. Oh, Goldberg kicks out after 2. And a DDT there. Strong DDT from Bray Wyatt, who seems to be quite in control of this match at the moment. Goldberg sending Bray to the ropes. Spear! Goldberg now. Is he going to get... No. I thought he was going to get the jackhammer. This is it. The jackhammer. Jackhammer pin. But Bray was too close to the ropes. Diving knee to Goldberg. As Bray goes in for the pin. So close to getting the pin on Goldberg and so close to putting him away as Goldberg hits the jackhammer once again. Goldberg goes through. Wow, what an incredible match. There were times where I thought that Bray would have that. Look at that match, 100% match. 3 out of 4 quarterfinals scored 100% match evaluation this evening. That's incredible going. Goldberg goes through to the semi-finals now of Crowning Glory. So tomorrow night then, we're going to see quite the event. We're going to see Apollo Crews, Daniel Bryan, Superfly Jimmy Snuka and Goldberg all face off in semi-finals and then a final match to determine the first ever Twitch Wrestling Federation Men's Championship. We will also see a 5-way women's dance for the Women's Championship title. We will also see a tag match which pitches together the Dudley Boys alongside the Hollies going up against TNA, and they will be going up against what are the other tag teams involved in that? The Lucha Brothers. I did it again. Lucha House Party. We are going to have 3 champions crowned tomorrow, or 4 if you include the tag belts really. We're going to have the men's championship, we're going to have the women's championship, and we're going to have the tag team championship. All going to their rightful winners. Who that will be, we'll find out tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching, everyone.